fucking wheel came off the chair.
Wow.
It's over here.
Well, you have been saying you need to lose a few lately.
Yes,
Do you want to? Are you gonna do this now?
That chair's in bad shape.
It's the bullshit. It's the bullshit chair.
That chair's taking a beating.
This one fucking.
But I wonder why it's in bad shape.
Because it's the Jace chair. Okay.
Wow.
That's why it's taking a fucking beating. What do you think? It's me doing all this
He's
shit?
throwing people under the bus.
He needed that. He's like, I have to deflect ASAP.
Yeah. What are you doing, John?
Poor Case.
All things
Good
done.
God.
What? He's a big boy.
He's a giant boy.
Well, we also don't know if that's the chair.
This is.
He hasn't been on the show in like 6 months. What are you talking about?
He's like he can lift a Volkswagen over his head. It's fucking insane.
We'll get you like a buffet tray to sit in or something.
Very good.
How did that even come off?
I think it rolls. I think it's the carpet, and the carpet catches on it. And fucking,
What are you gonna do?
Definitely doesn't have to do with my fucking weight, dude.
You're not even that fat.
No, I'm overweight though. I'm not obese.
I mean, the other night you came over and you had a bag of Doritos, and then you immediately gave yourself like food poisoning.
Dude, I had fucking. Well, I think it was the Prince because I went to the Prince, and that spicy chicken, delicious, but ooh,
Yeah,
that's suspect.
you could use a good stomach flu. That always helps kickstart a fatso's weight loss plan.
I haven't eaten anything today except a cookie.
You should go back to Africa and like get like Ebola or something.
You get really intense shit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I had a bag of Flamin' Hot Doritos, and I literally got like body aches from it. I was like fucking Tom Cruise in Last Samurai.
Have you ever just read the bag, like what's in it?
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
can't
gotta be the
pronounce
worst
any
thing
of
ever.
the stuff in it.
Yeah,
It's-
okay, genius. What are you? Okay, super
get it all the
size me.
time.
We get it. It's
You're also
bad for you.
in the group text going like, guys, like I fucking feel so bad. I think I have the flu. And then Devin's like, yeah, you ate a bag of Doritos.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of that.
No,
It was just
John
a
actually
Prince.
did this. He goes, dude, I'm like kind of sick today. So then I go, today I was like, John, are you actually sick? Because if you are, don't show up.
Yeah, Devin acts like it's fucking 2019 and it's like Delta variant. And I
You've
can't show
done
up
this
to-
a lot.
I've done this podcast with COVID.
Yeah, and we
That's-
didn't like you.
Yeah, but none of you're fine. I did this podcast.
We
Almost
all
did it with
got
hand, foot,
sick.
and mouth.
You've
You
gotten
guys-
us sick countless times.
I haven't
You got
gotten you guys
Jay sick.
You guys are. No, I don't believe that.
You made us all think we had monkeypox one time. I mean,
That
you're
was
a
funny, though.
dirty, dirty man.
You have a
It was
long
funny.
history of showing up to places with infectious
Well,
diseases.
you know, just fucking, that's me, dude.
John brought AIDS to Africa.
I did not.
But what I was saying was he's so delusional. All I was checking on was, are you actually sick?
But it annoys me.
And John goes, no, it's just a stomach flu. And then Joey and I are like, so you have influenza?
A stomach flu is like when you have like diarrhea.
That's
'cause
food
you ate-
poisoning.
Yeah,
You
food poisoning.
You
That's
can
what I meant.
catch a stomach flu that's contagious.
Oh, well, also, it's just gay
just
that you
doesn't-
ask.
the way
I
he-
think it's just gay that you ask if
How
I'm
is that
sick.
gay? None of us
It's
want to be
gay.
sick.
You're
The
like,
flu
who
sucks
ca-
to hell.
No, but
wants
it's
the flu.
gay. Like, why do you care? It's gay. You're a man. Get the flu, too.
Why?
It's
So we
called,
can
it's called
sit
group,
next to you
group
for...
immunity, all right? Just fucking...
We know you love it. You love
Yeah,
gag reflex.
I have no... Yeah, very good. I have no friends ever ask me if I'm sick and then be like, don't show up.
Because you work at a train station.
Yeah, what are you
All your
talking about?
friends
No,
have
like, I ain't even...
monkeypox.
No, I
All
got
your
tons
friends
of
are on
friends.
dialysis and shit. Are you kidding me?
It's just gay. It's just gay. I find it gay. It's gay.
Well,
a little
it's
gay.
inconsiderate and
A
you're
little gay. I
retarded
think
for
that's
finding
gay.
it gay.
I think that's even gayer that you called it
It's not
inconsiderate.
gay for
Using
not
words
wanting
like
to get
inconsiderate.
sick.
Using words like
Because you're
inconsiderate.
a selfish
and gay.
pig. You're a selfish pig. John is like, I'm lonely,
Listen,
dude.
bud.
Fucking, I'm gonna give you my disease, dude. I'm fucking lonely tonight, dude.
Listen,
Remember when he had monkeypox and he was still going like...
I didn't know.
No, when you knew, you were like, guys, man, I fucking just like really want to hang. Like, is that cool if I come?
Yeah. Is it cool if I come? Meanwhile, his hand is like falling off.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
In the middle of monkeypox, I was going nuts, dude. Like my hands were falling off and shit.
Were you wearing like mitts and shit?
I was wearing like gloves, but it was still like there was still like COVID out, so like people they just thought I was being extra cautious. I straight up went to a Panda Express, bro.
Oh, you're a piece of shit. Wow.
I just had to get out of the house, man. It was crazy.
You didn't just
I
order
was
it?
going
Why couldn't you
cuckoo.
just get it
Why
delivered?
don't you take a walk in
I
the
think
park?
actually this was after I got over the initial like week where they're like
See,
okay,
he's
you're
his
safe
own
now.
doctor too. He goes,
But,
no, I'm pretty sure like I'm over the initial.
I did go to Panda, dude. It was crazy. I did get another guy sick, for sure.
You do it constantly. That's
I
why.
gave it
That's
to-
why
I
we brought
gave
it
it to
up,
another
because you're
guy.
an inconsiderate pig.
You're gay, dude.
He's insane. He's acting
Devan's
like
a
this
fucking
is a
bug chaser.
normal
okay?
thing.
He chases bugs. Okay, don't give me that shit. And I just don't like. I don't like the fucking.
No
I don't
evidence
like
of this.
I don't like the. I don't like. I just don't. I just don't like getting texted.
John,
Like, are you really here?
You're the only
Show
person
up.
on earth that thinks people are assholes for not wanting to get sick because you're sick because you're
No,
so.
it's not that, I don't think you're an asshole. I
You're
just think
so
it's gay.
You're so selfish and all encompassing. You think everyone should just be like honored to be around you, regardless of if you have
not at all.
Regardless if you have a
Not at all.
contagious disease
I literally,
or a
I literally
flu
hit up the group. I literally
You
hit
think
up the
your
group
presence
chat.
is just
I
so
literally hit up the
incredible.
fucking group chat yesterday going, I think I got some food poisoning
You
shitting
didn't
all
say
day.
food poisoning. You said I'm pretty sick.
I'm
then you
confused. I
said you
think
had
that's
the
the
flu.
stomach flu. I thought the stomach flu was food poisoning. Sorry, I thought it was a different thing. I went to the fucking
So
Prince.
he's retarded
I went to the
and
place you showed me. I went to the place you fucking showed me. I ate the dish you loved. And it made me this way.
No, it probably was
It
the
made me this-
Doritos.
It wasn't the Doritos.
Your gut is
shithead.
probably
It was the Korean chicken.
Your
You
gut
fucking
is
asshole.
full of xanthan gum
it was
and
the
also,
Korean.
like,
it was the Korean
phenolanyl
chicken.
kinetics
It
and
was
all
the
sorts of
disgusting
shit.
fucking Korean chicken that tastes really good, but it's definitely not fucking prepared correctly. And it got me sick because you showed it to
Keep
me.
blaming Asian. He's giving Asian. You going to Panda Express?
No, they're
Oh, I'm on an
Highly
anti-Asian.
rated.
I'm on an anti-Asian tyrant right now after my fucking landlord, dude.
Why don't you? You're getting
I'll get
evicted,
into
right?
that.
You
The dude-
you
the
getting
dude's-
evicted?
I don't know yet. He sent me a 3-day notice.
He doesn't know yet.
I don't know yet.
Isn't today the third day?
Yeah, I'm gonna show up at my house.
I hope
we'll
you
see.
show up and it's like I hope it's like fucking. I
Wake
hope
up.
he's blasting Layla and throwing all your clothes in the driveway. I hope it's like Tony when he gets caught.
It's like that scene in Pootie Tang. He's throwing it out the second floor window.
The best part is that John moved his girlfriend into this house that he just ran everybody out of by these antics because of these antics.
Yeah, and
So then
immediately-
he's like, he's like to his girlfriend, he's like, I've got this fucking sick new house. We have our whole house to ourselves. She gets there and then like 2 days later, it's like, you're being evicted.
Eviction notice, which for no matter who you are, always shakes you to your core.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, holy shit!
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
You
I
get
had
an
a
eviction
real-
notice. You're like, what am I in? Like, am I like in Precious or something? Like, I thought I was living my life better than this.
I had a real Franco moment where I was like, "It's okay, baby. Like everything's all right." Like, no, but it is. I'm gonna be fine. I'm in a gray area. I'm in a weird gray area. But also, I don't think the guy has the money to evict me. Like I'm like
You need my, well, it's California, so you get by on our liberal
Oh, it's
bullshit
insane.
laws where you could
It's
squat
insane.
for years.
And Pasadena's extra. And like the whole city's got rent control now. You don't have a choice. And but the thing is like my lawyer keeps like hitting them up, being like this like 3-day notice is ridiculous, like because it is ridiculous that he's serving me that, and he's basically made it impossible for me to pay my rent. And
Oh, he's not accepting your rent?
No, he's made it impossible for me to add new roommates, so that I'm forced to take the burden of a $3,200 rent myself, which is not possible.
Trying to smoke you out.
It's trying to smoke me out. It's not going to work.
Are you paying your share?
I'm paying my share.
Okay.
I've never missed my share. And now I'm in a legal gray area because technically I'm not paying rent. But it doesn't really say on the lease that each member of the lease is responsible for the full amount of rent, which is different. But anyways, his legal team's just not responding to my lawyer. My lawyer's like, I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna fucking sue the guy. I went to a tenants' rights union meeting yesterday, and that was fucking crazy.
Sounds
dude.
like fucking Cesar Chavez for fucking homeless people now.
Dude,
Unity!
dude, I fucking
Solidarity!
He's making signs and giving them the bumps.
dude, it's crazy. They're like communists. They're all like communists, and they like hate the police, but they're like really like welcoming, and they're gonna like protest in front of my landlord's house and shit. It's
Really?
crazy. They're like, yeah, we can get like 40 people to go to his house, and like
Crazy thing is, the minute you get any money, you'll be fucking running over those people with a tank.
Let me get these bums out of my yard.
These fucking losers out of here.
But it was I went and did that. Everyone's really nice. There's also like you hear all these stories of other landlords where it's like this woman was like recovering from breast cancer, and she's like an immigrant, and like her landlord was raising her rent like $300 every like 3 months, just like insane, disgusting shit. And
John's sitting at the meeting, go like, I have a fucking Asian landlord that I hate his fucking guts. I just don't want to pay.
Yeah, I'm doing like impressions of him. Like, he's like, oh.
Well, I bet you're actually probably in a better position because COVID happened. I bet they're all jammed up.
A lot
because
of these, yeah.
evictions and everything's probably more confusing.
It's probably
now.
really hard to get a sheriff's deputy to come to a place, but when they do,
Man, so
it's gonna be gnarly. But
there is no chance that you are kicked out. The cops show up and they go, get out
well,
of here.
he has to go through and actually get an eviction, which it's a process.
But
Actually, I have to go to in front of a
But
judge.
they put that classic thing on your door, right?
He
That's
put a
in,
3-day notice,
it's in
which is just a
movies
letter.
about-
It's a letter saying I'm gonna evict you if you keep going. So I'm calling his bluff. I don't think he has the money to do any of this because I don't think he has the money to pay a legal team for anything. I think he's got property, but I think he's a fucking loser. And he's a fucking loser.
Dude, Joey, I don't know about you, but like, I would never do this much work. I would just have gotten out.
Oh no, this would make my life so miserable.
It's so stressful
yeah,
to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
about.
I'm a ball of rage.
Yeah.
Like every day I walk around stressed out, and I actually signed up to speak at the next Pasadena. I actually signed up. I'm speaking at a city council meeting on Monday, and but my lawyer like talked me out of it. Like I like called him. I was like, I'm going to the Housing Rights Board. I'm going to the Housing Board of Pasadena. I'm going to these 3 places. I have code enforcement coming to the house on Monday, doing this all Monday. And then I was like, also, there's a city council meeting at 4:30, and I've signed up to have a speaking role at the city council meeting. And he was like, John, why are you going to city council? And I was like, cuz everyone has to know about the injustice. And he was like, don't. He's like, that's my job. I think he's just afraid I'm going to slander the guy I'm suing or something.
Yeah, and then it'll be harder for your lawyer to get you.
Whatever, you know.
It'd be pretty funny if John won like $7,000 at the end of all of this.
I don't even think he's going to get that. It sounds to me like he's going to lose now.
John thinks he's going to get $90,000.
I'm in a weird area
John
now.
thinks he's going to get $90,000.
Remember how confident he was like even 1 week
40,
ago?
40 to 90.
And now listen to he's singing a different tune where he's like, I don't know, it's gray, it's a gray area.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be like, yeah, I'm going to be rich off this. He's like, everybody's an idiot for not following along. And I was like, oh, it's a fucking gray area. Deal. It might be evicted.
And now let's look at it now. All his roommates, they're all living lovely lives in new apartments, and John and his girlfriend are riding the rails.
Power's shut off.
I have a wedge of cheese under my hat.
Yeah, John's he's got a garbage can in the living room with a fire in it.
I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win, and I'm very confident that I'm going to win. I'm going to win this the habitability lawsuit.
He's trying to rebuild his confidence.
I'm going to win this.
I'm going to win this.
He's like Tony Robbins.
Positive reinforcement.
You can't.
I'm manifesting.
You're not going to be able to do like a positive reinforcement against a judge. Like
Watch
you're
me.
going to be homeless.
I'll literally watch this show. He's looking at me going, "You're going to be homeless." No, it's. I'm going to win. I'm going to win that case, but I'm just going to have to deal with some bullshit beforehand.
Yeah.
I have a year of fucking bullshit. I'm also open. If he wants to play dirty, I'm getting code enforcement back there. I'm opening another case.
Let's revisit this next week. He's going to be homeless. You live in a prison of your own.
What's going on
I'm gonna buy a condo in fucking Baja, California, and you're gonna be jealous of me then. Dude. Well, I'm gonna buy the Hate Watch mansion, dude. It's gonna be a Tulum.
Man, all your decisions really suck.
You'll
a
be
lot
begging.
Of ass.
You'll be begging for my timeshare time, dude.
You're gonna get a timeshare.
Yeah, in Tulum, dude.
One of those people. You get a timeshare.
I have the Hate Watch timeshare.
John, are you sure you'd ever spent any time at Camp Lejeune?
That's funny. God, that's a good one. Jesus
Explain a
Christ.
lot.
Oh man. Okay. So, Lil Tay is in the news. Who I'm not sure I ever really knew who she was. I remember maybe very quickly there was a video of a little girl being like, "Fuck you, I got money, motherfucker," or
is
something
this
like
bitch?
that, like a few years
Yeah.
ago. Some just a 14-year-old rapper girl that hype beast person that's probably being used by her sick parents, and so like I think yesterday or 2 days ago it was announced she died.
Yeah, big headline. Little
No, she's
Tay is
alive.
dead.
Oh. Well, sorry, it's not fucking a big surprise. Like, relax.
Okay,
Jesus, Devan's like, don't ruin Empire Strikes Back.
Anyway, so a couple days ago,
John, you don't need that.
I need
you
it.
don't need any caffeine.
I don't need it.
Okay.
I do need it. Never mind.
Well, actually, John wants all this caffeine because he knows it's hard to sleep on the streets. So you just gotta stay up.
I'm stoked on homelessness.
So they said she was dead. About like 8 hours later, everyone's like, "Well, I think the Vancouver and Los Angeles Police Department they deny investigating the death because they go, there's no record of her death, and we haven't been alerted she's she's died.
There's no evidence. Yeah.
But so this like little like this TikTok lady made a little video on it for a second.
I don't
so
know
we'll sum
if
it
you
up a little bit.
remember Lil Tay. She was an internet sensation, and she was always talking about how she was flexing on her haters and rich. She has passed away. Her parents released a statement on her, and she has died suddenly, and no further information has been released. Now, where this story gets a little weird is her brother actually just passed away prior to her passing.
That's right. Like a week earlier, they said her brother died too. At the same time.
Is he actually dead, the brother?
Hold on.
Okay,
Okay, I don't know about this.
Hold on.
And there were also accusations of her father being abusive and exploiting her. In a video...
No. Really? You think the 14-year-old girl holding wads of cash to her ear and saying the N-word is not being exploited by her parents?
Posted from 2018 on Lil Tay's account showing her crying, and fans were very concerned about the abuse of her father. Now, like I previously said, the cause of her death is still unknown at this time. However, it is so sad because Claire was only 14 years old. Let me know in the comments if you...
Yeah, okay.
Is she like a midget? What's going on?
No, I don't.
She's a little
believe
kid.
so. She's 14. She's a kid. She's a child. So then, where is this thing? So this is another post. Like, this is extremely sad news. The 14-year-old viral rapper Lil Tay, Claire Hope, has died along with her 21-year-old brother Chase and Tian. There is no word yet on the cause of death of these two incredibly talented young kids. Which, by the way, I'm not sure about that.
Does that sound right up by Vulture?
So they posted on her Instagram, "It is with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing. We have no words to express the unbearable loss and indescribable pain. This outcome is, blah, blah, yada, 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 dead. Claire will forever remain in our hearts in her absence." And then this is the video they have of her. Like this is the video, like, rest in peace, you sweet beauty.
I got a brand new Jaguar. This car cost me $130,000, bitch.
She's revving the engine.
Grown-ass man hating on me, but that ain't changing nothing. I still gonna be rich.
She's making it rain.
Yeah,
10K.
century, bitch, and I'm only 9 years old.
Yep. So that's Sean Baker's newest character, Lil Tay. And then later on in the day, it comes out it was all fake or something. And the brother went on the Instagram and posted this. "To be clear, I am not dead. I don't." These are just, one's 21, there's 14. They're having to claim they're not dead. This is like a Tom Sawyer situation, like a fuckboy Tom Sawyer situation.
Disconnected. They're hanging from rafters.
Yeah. "To be clear, I am not dead. I don't have access anymore to the Lil Tay Instagram account. My sister and I were winning our case. It was just a couple of days before we got it all back, all her social media, and come out about the truth. Me and Tay are not dead. We don't got access to the account. Our parents want us gone off the internet, but we will not go away. This is our new account for now. They are spreading misinformation. We are not dead. They're the only... Our parents took everything, and they abused Tay hard.
What?
All we ask is to share this post to your story and follow this account. More updates in a couple hours." So this is the world we live in. And you know what I'm most upset about is that I have a lot of airbrush T-shirts I got to return. Because I had a mural painted just yesterday, right next to Kobe, of Lil Tay, and I spent a lot. I paid a cholo about $3,000 to make some lovely airbrush memorial shirts.
The hood of Devan's Lexus has Lil Tay on it with some doves.
See, I just assumed that this was a fake 4chan rumor, but so the brother saying the parents went on the internet and said that they were dead?
That's what I believe.
I think they did that.
They're the only ones that could have written something as articulate as she passed away post.
Or somebody, or they got hacked.
No, they wanted Lil Tay to be over. The parents were like, it's too much.
That's the worst way
We're gonna
to do it.
fake her death.
That's what
fucking. No, I guarantee that's what happened.
Guarantee that?
I guarantee it. They're like, this is it. This is it. No, that's what would you do? I would fucking be like, yeah, she's dead.
I don't think they want out of the Lil Tay. I think they want to. It's a PR circus. I think they want to inspire more her name out there more because she doesn't do anything.
That could only make her more famous.
Do you think it was her older brother? Or
she
her
doesn't
fucking,
have talent. The parents are like Joe Jackson if they were raising talentless retards.
Is it really her parents doing all this, or was it her brother who started it all?
Well, they said in that post that the parents abuse and that Lil Tay was crying in this video when there's a court case against the parents or whatever. So there's something going on. But I imagine the parents are doing this to inspire more hype around the Lil Tay name.
Lil Tay.
And you know what?
Does she rap or does she just flex?
I don't think she does anything. I think she just flexes.
She flexes, and then like a bunch of rappers put her in their music videos after she went viral because they're like, "Oh, we'll have this little like 12-year-old gangster, this Asian girl, like be
it's
act
funny.
like
it's a 14-year-old girl flipping money at the camera, going like, "You ain't living like I'm living, bitch," you know, like revving a Lamborghini engine. So just another. It's a. Another
retard goes viral, and now they're trying to stay in the spotlight.
Par for the course in 2023. Wouldn't expect anything else from you, Lil Tay and the family.
My favorite person who's trying to get famous.
Who's that, Joseph?
BTK's daughter.
What?
BTK's daughter is trying to she's latching on to Kohburger.
This is the best thing ever.
So this is by the way, I don't know if you know this. BTK's daughter is on the Law and Crime Network all the time discussing serial killers because she was BTK's daughter. But what does she know? She wasn't helping him.
That's the best part of her on these shows is they'll find some real foggy segue to basically get to hey, your dad was BTK. That's kind of fucked up, huh? It'll be a random case, and they'll find the foggiest connection, and just be like, "So this guy had a mustache. Your dad had a mustache. Was that pretty fucked up when he was killing people?
Did you think the mustache was a sign?" Yeah, no, it's hilarious getting clout off of your serial killer father, and then being like, "I'm an expert on serial killers now, and I'm going to discuss. I have a job now in the Law and Crime Network."
We're in the final phase of clout chasing.
Yeah,
it's now where it's just like, "Hey, my dad's BTK."
Yeah, I never thought I'd hear of anybody that's a bigger loser than Freddie Prinze Jr. Riding the cloud of their father.
You think she's ever getting kicked out of a club, going you know who my fucking dad is?
I'll fucking kill everyone here.
Or she'll call up for dinner reservations and be like, "Hey, they're like, we're full. We don't have any room for you tonight." And they go, "Could you tell them it's Carrie Rader?"
All right, so is there any parts of this, Joey, or should we just play it from the beginning?
Skip to when her
She's
face
speaking?
comes on.
Okay. But once again, look at Kohburger.
God, I'm hypnotized.
So sad, so afraid, so alone.
As soon as I see him,
so vulnerable, so masculine, as Matty Rat would say.
What's this fucking Pirates of the Caribbean music?
So there's the beat. Is that BTK's daughter?
Yeah, and by the way, she has the same fucking eyes and face as him.
Yeah.
And so, it kind of makes you, when you're listening to her talk, I bet she's a really nice person, but there's this horrifying feeling where it's I'm looking at BTK.
Yeah, I mean, she looks like she's been hiding the bodies in her forehead.
She looks like one of the fish from SpongeBob.
She has the same furrowed eyebrows.
Yeah, she looks like
had.
If we arrested BTK and I saw the daughter, I go, "You're coming with us too." I go, "Because look at you.
This can't turn out well.
You're a risk. We can't let you walk the streets."
Anybody with those with the supervillain eyebrows, you're coming with us.
I also would go, "Listen, sweetheart, it's 2023. You're using wired AirPods. You're a straight up sociopath.
Why don't you take some of that BTK money, get some AirPods?"
We know you're living high on the hog because of your father. All right, so let's see what she has to say.
Your father did the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
Wait, go back. He just did one. He just did one. There was some innocuous thing where he was silent instead of pleading innocent.
Yeah.
Very common. You don't have to go back that far, actually. But he goes "Oh, your dad did that." It's quite common.
He goes, so Kohburger had a Hyundai, and your father actually had a Hyundai.
Oh, you looked at a Hyundai at some point?
Are you looking into Hyundais at the moment?
And silent. And the court basically entered the not guilty pleas on his behalf.
Of course he entered not guilty.
Anything.
That's what a
And we were all
not
thinking,
guilty man
He's
does.
Why does
honest.
this sound familiar? Why does this sound familiar? Well, it's my understanding your father did the exact same thing, right?
Yeah, and it had been a while since I wrote my book, so I'm.
She wrote a book.
Instantly plugging a
This is
book.
what's crazy, dude. Don't you want to get as far away as possible from the fact your father was the BTK killer?
I think she tried that because she changed her name even to Carrie Rawson instead of Carrie Rader. But then I think probably what happened is that you take one look at her, you're like, "Oh, you're BTK."
Yeah.
What were you like? They put a little mustache, like, "Oh, BTK." They do that to her constantly. Like, "Oh, BTK.
Joey, what were you saying earlier? It's like Richard Ramirez Jr.
Oh yeah, it's like if Richard Ramirez is like rape baby, you signed up for Dancing with the Stars.
Of a serial killer's daughter, and I actually had wrote about my dad standing silent, and then with everything going on, I totally forgot that Monday, and so I forgot to tell media. And then my friend on Twitter is the one who's like laughing.
By the way, no, she made it onto as a media personality because she's so articulate and charming. It's not because BTK said that or anything like that.
I got a lot of attention on Twitter for some reason, talking about my murdering dad.
So my father was arrested in February of 2005.
Why? What? Whoa.
I was notified that he was
Look at him.
Iconic.
He looks like the cop from Beverly Hills Cop. He looks like
he
the guy
does.
from Midnight Run.
Yeah.
He looks like the worst character in Midnight Run. The annoying guy that's chasing him the whole time.
Yeah, the other bounty hunter, the competing bounty. He also looks like the RoboCop villain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
he's got kind eyes.
Bitches leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he's got some kind eyes. Are we sure he did it?
By the way, no, actually, that's a good point, and you're gonna find out in this interview that he's pen pals with. No, not pen pals with Kohburger, but he talks about Kohburger.
He talks about Kohburger in prison.
Yeah.
Because Kohburger did mine. I didn't even do him. BTK looks like he makes a mean chili.
Oh, I guarantee you, he makes a really good chili.
I bet he makes like awesome chili. He's probably got like a little secret. He goes, I use paprika.
And he lets it simmer for like 3 hours.
He goes, the secret is this pan. Because I've never washed it.
So we knew right away that first weekend he was guilty. The FBI called us and told us that my dad was confessing the first night to 10 murders, including children.
Joey, how many people did BTK kill?
10-ish.
10.
Wait, look it up because I'm always way off.
And what was he? What was his main? What was his form? Was he like a 3-point shooter? Was he a low post guy?
He would sneak into your house at night, bind you, torture you, and then kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, so he really liked the house stuff.
He was a rapist, though, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I remember the first one was that guy who came home and basically found his
10
wife
people.
dead.
10.
10
That's
people.
what I
think there's like
bind, torture, kill. That's why he was named BTK.
Yeah.
That's like a good rapper name.
He was sending letters. It sounds like a game he'd play, like
Little
Fuck, Marry,
BTK.
Kill.
Little BTK. Yo, we out here, bitch. There's 10 bodies in my house, motherfucker. Yeah. Yo, my dad said I'm dead on Instagram, but I'm not, motherfucker. BTK. All right.
They told us they
got
had
craters
found,
in her head.
souvenirs from the crime scenes underneath our floorboards, driver's licenses, jewelry, things like that. So we knew right away, even before the public did, that my dad was guilty. And so we started writing my dad's letters that spring and saying, hey,
imagine that guy setting up a Christmas tree for you.
You should man up and do the right thing. And my family called him, visited him, talked on the phone. And so
BTK, can we open our presents?
Call BTK in the house.
My dad was actually
BTK, put the set up a water slide.
BTK, can you read Curious George to me again? They call him bind, torture, kill. My name is Bind, Torture, Kill, otherwise known as Pop Pop.
If he should plead guilty, if he wanted a trial, he said he needed to see the evidence. And my mom and I were like, what? What? You did this. Like, what is it you need to see that they have on you?
They were like, Dad, you know you did this.
He's like reading the paper like, shut up.
He's like, the New York Times has gone to shit. We all know it's liberal crap now. You can't trust a word they say. Fake news. Fake news. Now come to bed. I'm going to tuck you in. I'm BTK.
Very conflicted by like his duties to his family. He didn't want all this really bad stuff coming out. It all came out anyway, and he was warning us in letters. He's like, all this stuff.
He didn't want to. He really didn't. The daughter goes, he didn't want this bad stuff coming out.
All this binding talk.
He didn't talk of binding and torturing and killing. It was a simple Me Too. Sexual misconduct. She goes, BTK, my father's in prison. Meanwhile, Aziz Ansari walks free.
Come out. Basically, like about my father being in bondage and dressed up and all these horrible things he did with his murders. And so we're just learning a little bit about my dad, and literally a lot of stuff came out in court after he pled. So mid-April, then he's warning us. He says, "Look, I got an arraignment coming up."
Yeah, you know what? I have some of these letters. So if I may, I'll read you. Let me
Go
read
ahead.
some of them. One was, we start on pre-arraignment next week on April 19th. The dog and pony show will start.
He did. He's like Trump.
Media and rest is a mess.
He wrote this. He wrote this on Truth Social.
Then he goes on to say in a different one, there will be a non-guilty plea at some point that will give us time to review more evidence. At some point, we will make final plea. So much for all the legal.
Fake news,
And then
FBI.
another one,
I think I'm going to
arraignment
beat
is
the
May
case.
3rd. My attorneys
Robert
want me
Mueller's up to no
plead
good
not
again.
Guilty to
He
buy
goes, "Who's
some
to
time."
decide what binding really even is?"
He's like, is this binding?
He grabs his lawyer's hand. He goes, "Judge, is this a bind?" You know what? You've got me in quite the bind.
Decide our final plea. Bottom line, if I plead not guilty, I'm not selling the family out at this time. I need time to make a final decision.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going back and forth.
He
We
goes,
didn't
Carrie,
argue.
you seem like a really nice woman, but you're scaring the shit out of me. You look just like BTK.
It's true though. If she had a mustache, she'd look exactly like her
Oh,
dad.
yeah.
Going to do, and so
By the way, you guys know about my weird. I have weird family history connections to serial killers.
When you first told me
Yeah.
this, by the way, you accidentally said it was Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, which is way crazy.
It would have been, but it's still good. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. So my dad's cousin, Lisa Levy, was murdered by Ted Bundy
That's fucking
That's
crazy.
pretty bad. Yeah.
in Florida.
Was she a hiker?
No, that was when he was on his college tour. He was doing colleges.
She was
College
in a sorority
tour.
or something?
She was in a sorority. She was in a yeah. It was when he was killing sorority members
yeah.
in Florida State, I
Yeah.
believe, or whatever. And that was like his last run. That was his last dance. That was the '98 Bulls. You know, it was Jordan's last game.
Bundy's Florida run.
Bundy's Florida run.
Who can break
Those are the ones that got him caught, I believe.
He was getting sloppy.
Because he left California, he went to Utah, and then he moved. Because back then they didn't have a database like computers, so all you had to do was leave the state,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
police records were finished. Like
Yeah.
they couldn't.
If they don't
connect
recognize
you.
your face, they're just like, I don't know.
We don't know where he is.
Who is he?
Yeah. So I think by that time they had more evidence, or I think he stayed. But she's in the Ted Bundy documentary on Netflix. It's
Jesus.
like there's a whole segment on Lisa
Your
Levy.
dad's cousin?
My dad's cousin.
Were
Yeah.
they,
that's
were they
sad.
close?
He knew her vaguely. They weren't, everyone's like young and going,
I don't
going to
know
their own
my fucking
stuff. I don't know
cousin,
any
yeah.
of my cousins, but yeah, they're family. And then this is not blood, but my mom's uncle's wife was at one point married to the Hillside Strangler in Los Angeles.
Yeah, so when you
which
first said
one?
that to me, it was Richard Ramirez. Which one?
The Hillside Strangler, the guy that was
There's
like
two. There was
guy-
the Hillside Stranglers. There's two guys.
You're thinking of the Boston Strangler.
No, I'm thinking Hillside Stranglers are two guys that had an auto body
Oh,
shop
well,
in Glendale.
yeah, one
They
of
would
them-
torture people at.
Probably the
Oh, a
handsome
different
one.
guy.
Hillside Strangler.
Who am I thinking of?
Could you pull that picture up?
I think this guy.
Hey, your aunt was fucking banging a hot dude.
She was killing it at the time. She had good taste, obviously. But yeah, this is the guy that I think throughout there was like a whole summer in LA where they were like, people were like, you got to close your windows, people,
Yeah.
because nobody really has air conditioning in LA.
That was like every 6 months in LA in the 70s.
it's not really
There's a new
hot enough.
serial
And so these
killer.
serial killers were like, God, this city, they're saving all this money on air conditioning. I could just go right through their window.
Oh, yeah.
They're fucking. They want a nice breeze. I'll give them a breeze.
So were they married?
Your window being open is going to make this a real breeze,
Yeah,
buddy.
you know what'll really make this summer a lot easier if I kill you. So yeah, really weird, really bizarre. Two serial killer connections in my family.
That is weird.
Very, very strange.
And your mom didn't know Manson, but she knew people who knew him.
That is true.
That's
Yeah.
that's like a 70s LA thing.
But
though.
that's
Everybody
also a
knows
classic. If you're
Manson.
from LA and you're from the Valley, like my mom used to play
Yeah.
on Spawn
Yeah, but
Ranch.
nobody's from LA. That's crazy if
Yeah.
you're not from LA. To me, that when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I grew up with my mom and dad having dinner parties with people like whatever, LA writers and intellectuals, poets and shit. And a few of them, I remember them just casually talking about a guy named Charlie.
Yep.
Like, oh,
They
they're
always
going over to
call him Charlie.
Charlie's.
They
They're
all
going to go
called
ride
him
horses
Charlie.
with Charlie. Yeah.
They thought he was kind of an interesting, quirky guy that made, you know, kind of shitty music.
He hangs out with the Beach Boys, though, and he has horses on a ranch or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, just a guy.
Sure.
Just like, you know, how we would know somebody, you know, in the scene or
Yeah.
something. It was bizarre.
Yeah, if you're of a certain age, you like ran into the Manson family at some point.
Yeah.
If you were like somewhat hip in LA.
Yeah.
Like my barber knew him. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. It's also crazy because my mom is Squeaky Fromm. And my father is Tex Watson. Lot of connections to killers.
This just keeps getting weirder.
It just keeps going.
That's Tex Watson. That was funny. Devin sleepwalks. He's like, I am the devil.
And I'm here to do the devil's bidding.
In the scenes, we were working with the public defenders. Yeah, so he had a team of public defenders, and they were in our corner, victims supporting us, telling us they would pick us up from the airport, take care of us. Now, we didn't go to court, but they kept us in the loop the whole time of what was going on with my father. And they didn't even really know how to work with him. He was a very difficult defendant, obviously, to work with. But they were very patient.
He was stubborn.
He was stubborn. He's always making nuts.
And so then on
Look at him. He's a kind man. Look at that face. Come on. God. You know you're a fucked up guy when you have a mustache and it's automatically always frowning.
Yeah.
You know, you're not even cutting it that
Your
way.
eyebrows are permanently furrowed, and your mustache makes you permanently frown.
Everything is frowning.
Your hairline is frowning.
It's nonstop bodies of frown.
I think he didn't want it to be on the record that he was not guilty because he knew he...
Joey, was he a cop? Was he
No.
one of these guys that used being a cop to his advantage?
No.
That was Golden State.
That was Golden State, but there's a few other
Well,
cops.
there's a lot of cops.
There are guys who
'Cause they
pretend to
know-
be cops.
Huh?
Hillside Strangler pretended to be a cop.
Right.
Yeah, he
right.
pulled
But
women over and
cops
stuff.
do it because they know how to get away with it, or they used to. And they're like, oh, yeah, if I just don't leave my fingerprints or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, he wasn't. I can't remember what he was. But maybe a teacher or something.
This was like 70s and 80s, man. It was the fucking heyday for this shit.
No, yeah, California especially.
California.
I don't know what it is about this.
Something
state.
about the Northern California,
Yeah.
too. Wasn't always, like, not too much down here. We had Hillside. We had Richard
Zodiac.
Ramirez. Zodiac was up north, like
Oh,
San
okay,
Francisco.
yeah.
There's some theories that he came down here though. Like
I'm
there's some
sure.
weird
I'm
narrative.
sure he
Dad.
liked. I'm sure he liked to travel.
He liked
his
to dab
toes.
a
I'm
little
sure
bit.
he wanted to see the LA nightlife. You know, I'm sure he wanted to go to the Comedy Store. You know, there's a few places to see. But
Brendan
after that,
Schaub.
he goes, you know, listen, these people will kill themselves on their own. No, I'm gonna go up north
was guilty.
because people don't want to kill. You want to kill wholesome people if you're a sick sociopath like these guys. You don't. I don't think they have, like, Manson, you know, that was like the start of like getting back at you know, Hollywood and what they're doing to our children on TV, and you know, there was like a retarded. They almost thought they were righteous in it.
I don't even put Manson in the same sphere as
he's
these
not,
guys, though,
he's
because they
not.
were just on meth. Like that
yeah.
was the thing. They were on meth
Yeah.
and acid, and it was just they were just fucked up.
But
and
these
doing
guys
weird
are like
shit.
the
Stop
indie-
stroking off your Mick
indie
Ultra
killers,
while
you
you're
know?
talking about serial killers. It's weird.
Killers, right? You know. Anyways, I have a lot of connections to serial killers in my family.
It's gooning
So
over here.
He wrote us about he was trying to see if he like qualified for the insanity defense, which of course he didn't. But there's a conversation where he was talking to his lawyers, like, can I get the insanity defense and be put in like a mental hospital versus
Where do they get these
prison?
suits, by the
And
way?
we were having that
It's the
conversation.
Hannibal
I was
Lecter
asking
suit
people,
he's
can
in.
my dad, you know, take the insanity.
Yeah, he looks like
defense?
he's in
And
the
they're like,
tuxedo. Jackie Chan.
No, he's not insane. He knew what he was doing, and of course, I believe that now. But back then, I even thought, what if there's a death penalty? Because I didn't know.
Is that,
It wasn't in play
is
at
that
the time. for my
BTK or a
father's crime.
congressman?
So really, my dad was taking us on one of his.
Hey,
last
I'll tell you, there's not much of a difference, Bob.
Oh,
When you look at this country, the way it's being run, I'll tell you that much.
autistic, psychopathic rides for months, basically trying to figure out what he was going to do. And we were begging him, like, please just man up and do it for our family, because we were going to have to be on the stand. We would have to testify. I would have had to testify.
Yeah.
And so finally, then he did stand silent. I think just because he didn't want it on the record. And then 6 weeks later, he
looks kinda badass there.
But we didn't know what he was going to do that day, and I'm not even sure.
Doesn't it?
Pretty badass.
I mean, he always looks scary.
yeah, he's definitely a very terrifying
He looks
human
like he's getting a little
being.
jacked in prison there.
Like his neck is getting thicker.
His neck's getting thicker.
Yeah.
Dude. He's got a bigger jawline and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when my dad did plead guilty to the 10 murders in late June of 2005, he thought all he was going to have to say is, I'm guilty on this offense. And the judge was like, no. And the judge was like, you're going to have to prove and confess that you did this.
I was like, okay, Dennis, Carrie, I have to cut you off.
Things like, on what date, what is the address, who was the victim, and my narcissistic father was really thrown, and you can see it on his face, and he gets really mad and upset. And then he can't even remember all the details, like victims' names, addresses.
And the thing that's so curious about it, from a legal point of view, whether the defendant says not guilty. Or
My other favorite part of the Long Crime Network is when the hosts, they are obligated to go and this case is absolutely heartbreaking. Like, this is just so devastating, and I'm just so broken up by this. But okay, now can we cut to the picture of the woman having sex with a headless body?
Dude, the Law and Crime Network, every
A woman reverse cowgirling a headless corpse.
She's got a cowboy hat on it. Also, when the Law and Crime Network signs off, every time they sign off, they should go, and we really want to thank Johnny Depp and Amber Heard for all of our views and continued support. No one watched this fucking network until Johnny Depp Amber Heard.
Oh, that was like their
that literally
absolutely.
that skyrocketed.
It was a gold rush for them.
I only found out about them through that. We all did.
Yeah, we all did at the same
And
time.
by the way, once again, the Hate Watch podcast here, we are the first people to break down the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. We broke it down a week before we even knew the trial was starting, and then everybody was on it.
Law and Crime started copying us.
And then Law and Crime copied us.
Fucking scumbags.
Scumbags.
On his behalf, it has the same practical effect. And we're trying to understand, why would Brian Kohburger have chosen to stand silent? And there's been people who said, well, maybe he's trying to open himself up for favorable negotiations because the death penalty could be on the table here. There's no insanity defense in Idaho, so we put that away. That's not on the table for him. Some have been saying, well, maybe he doesn't want.
I love that, by the way. Ohio's just like, there's no crazy people in Ohio. You're all
look right that he's
you do something. You're a fucking
your experience
scumbag.
based on what you saw with your father. What do you think's going on here with Kohburger?
I don't know. Based on Kohburger's mannerisms, his body, the way he was walking, I understand he probably had a vest on. Does he have diminished?
The way he walks is so insane. He sucks so bad.
He's like,
dude.
I think this is how humans walk.
He's on YouTube, How to Walk.
You can talk about, is there some sort of diminished capacity clause in Idaho from what I'm hearing versus
It's
Wow, look at you, not even drinking, you gotta be.
You have no excuse.
No excuse here, Johnny. All right, anyway, now the fun can finally begin.
like it's limited, and I don't think he's going to go that route based on what we've seen. It seems that they're going to strike at evidence that he didn't do it, that they have maybe some exculpatory evidence
He goes,
that he's not
Carrie,
the killer.
I am so sorry about everything that's happened to you. This is the most tragic thing ever. Okay, now you got to bind one, torture one, and kill one. Go.
All right, fuck, marry, bind. Who?
Fuck, Mary, bind.
Man, so she wrote a book, and she's made a lot of money off of her father being murdering 10 innocent people.
She's getting rich off BTK stuff, and she's selling books, and she's going on TV.
You know, it's one of those slippery slopes, but it's like, not really. You just gotta get out of it. You don't get to make money off of that. It's a little off-putting to me.
If my mom got killed by BTK, and I turn on, or I go to Long Crime, I'm watching shit on YouTube, and I see, first of all, I see Dennis Rader's face, and I go, oh my God, is that him? And then I go, no, it's the daughter. But then even when I realize that, I'm still just like, could you just fucking chill?
Yeah.
Like, our family's been through a lot.
Yeah.
10 other families.
Yeah, don't you... Also, how sick are you that you don't want to escape the thought of that, of your father being that, and you want to consume that world?
You want to live in that.
Live in that world? It's weird. It goes to show... Like, listen, if capitalism didn't exist and people didn't need to make their own way and make their own money and stuff, as easily as possible, would she be doing this?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So that's bottom line. You're kind of a piece of shit.
There's also, it's like a sick part of the culture where fame is its own currency. Where even if maybe she's doing fine on her own. She's like, yeah, but I'm not famous. Like, I could go on TV. I could be on a big show.
Yeah. Fame is a separate currency.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's got never-ending interest.
She's watching the Kardashians, and she's like, I could be famous too.
Yeah.
BTK is my dad.
Yeah, man. Good God. I mean, and she should be the live action It. She should be on Broadway playing It. I mean, she is a uggo.
Yeah.
She looks just like her father. She looks worse than her dad would make a sexier woman.
Hopefully she got his good personality, though.
I heard he was a charmer.
He got into their houses somehow.
A couple times people showed up. He had to pretend to be like an uncle. He goes, no, I'm just locked out. And people go, oh, okay. And, that's good charm.
What are you doing in our garden, sir? He's like, oh, I just like the flowers.
I noticed your dandelions are coming in. Wonderfully.
Why are you wearing gloves?
He goes, are these Roma tomatoes?
What's with the butcher knife?
He goes, oh, it just cuts the stems much better than scissors.
Garden clippers are nothing compared to this thing,
Your garden hoe looks pretty sharp.
So interesting why a defendant... I think you're right. I think there might be something optics-wise. So it seems like your father didn't want that on the record. He didn't want it on the record that he said not guilty for a variety of different reasons. When you see what your father did and you see what Kohburger did, do you see those similarities?
Well, my father's a very interesting individual. He's
It's one way to describe him.
Yeah, he is interesting. He's an interesting guy.
He killed your parents, and this girl's going, he's an interesting guy.
He goes, I mean, listen, my father, say what you will about him, he knew how to come up with an acronym.
Like OCD with like documents and data. To me, Kohburger strikes me the same way as somebody with this PhD, getting a PhD in like cyber forensics. Like I could tell. So my dad, I don't think, to me, it would have been my dad lying. And my public, the way everybody perceived my father publicly, my father never lied. Of course, he's a pathological liar. So he was just all twisted up and didn't know really what to do. And when my dad stood silent and they told
he's a little twisted up. He was a twisted tea.
Was crying at the end of that because it was bothering him so much.
I mean, look, even his eyebrows are satanic.
Yeah.
His eyebrow is going upwards like devil horns.
Yeah, what's going on with
He's
that?
got the cartoon evil eyebrows.
It's just what happens when you're evil. This just happens. And then, I mean, look at, like, if he should go to a cheek reader instead of a palm reader. Like, his cheeks, I bet, like, tell the story of the devil.
Like, I think he maybe just wanted to take the guilty. With Kohburger, maybe he just doesn't know if he is going to take a guilty plea. Maybe he
better be out of jail right now, by the way.
He should be on.
Look how scared he is.
He should be on bail. He should be on bail.
Yeah.
To put it on the record out of his mouth. And you could tell, if you watched the video, the 2-minute clip of the judge reading off the charges.
It's hard to go from Kohburger's cute little face
back to
BTK,
her. Or BTK.
I meant her but like they have the same face, either one.
Startling.
Kohburger's very mad, like his jaw's popping and his veins are popping. And then when the judge gets the victims' names wrong, it looks like Kohburger's mouthing Zaina and Kaylee. Like, either he's really, really irritated that the judge doesn't know as much as him, or like has
That's classic Kohburger.
That's a good move. He's like, say their names. He's like, who knows who killed them? But when I am released because I am innocent, I will find the real killers.
He goes full Daredevil.
Say their names. Kelsey. Kaylee.
Starts listing off their birthdays.
Their blood types. The judge is like, whoa.
He's like, you don't even know what kind of underwear they had on.
we had a body language expert on our prior sidebar talking about the mannerisms of demeanor.
Is there anything
of,
more bullshit than a
Brian
body
Kohburger and
language
what that says?
expert?
While I have you here,
Yeah, what body language experts
Hey.
are on YouTube now? They're like 13-year-old kids. and
It's
shit.
insane.
There's also people that are just doing their own, like, not JCS. JCS is good, but
He's like a real guy with a degree. He's he's
Yeah.
got like a PhD
but
or
people
something.
of JCS's ilk, they're all over you.
He's got a lot of copycats.
They're like, if you notice, Michael Dougherty puts his left hand forward when the detective asked him this question. A common sign of someone lying.
yeah.
And it's just some, like, 14-year-old Asian kid.
Just like somebody just scratching their head.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
he's
bullshit.
clearly guilty.
When someone's itchy, it usually is a sign the body is trying to purge the truth.
there is another connection between your father and Kohburger, and that is that I saw this report that your father, who is serving 10 consecutive life sentences, has seemingly expressed some sympathy for Kohburger.
Wow.
He
Wow.
said, since I
This is the passing.
Oh,
of the,
shit.
It's kind of the passing of the torch
it's
situation.
kind of symbolic and beautiful.
Yeah,
but-
this is like when Kobe was like, "Hey, LeBron, thank you for leading the next generation." of
February 2005 to April 2005 in a cell by myself. I know how he feels, very lonely, and soon letters started to come in. I read a lot of the Bible and wrote poetry.
I want some of BTK's poetry.
So do I, first of all, but he's giving Kohburger like coping mechanisms. He's like, Coco, if you're listening, read the Bible.
He calls him Coco.
Yeah. He goes, hey, Coco, I read the Bible. I started writing poetry.
So I could do some yoga.
He goes, "I recommend Wim Hof breathing in the mornings." He goes, "Get some sun. Try and get sun as soon as possible." He recommends some, adaptogenic mushrooms.
30 minutes of cardio.
Minutes of cardio. The Bible. You can learn a lot of murderous techniques from the Bible.
Comments from your father, but I was curious what you made of that.
Oh yeah, I see everything. I've got us both on Google Alerts so I can keep track of what my father's doing.
Yep.
Stop even calling him your
my-
father.
Yeah,
my
relax,
father
bitch.
Was arrested. He realized.
Yeah,
that
she
the
seems
kid was up,
weirdly still
and
attached to
that
him
he
and
was
loves
going
him.
to come
Exactly.
out.
It's bizarre.
And he had a very hard time understanding what had happened because for my father, he always knew he was BTK. So he knew he was BTK at a
What does that
What?
mean? My father always knew he was BTK. My father always knew he had a gift to bind, torture, and kill. It was a burden for him, given by
man.
God.
And he walked around with a secret for 31 years. And so he didn't he assumed our family just had accepted him. I think he's not all there, obviously.
David Bowie
So
kind of
when
just
we
knew
found
he was
out,
a
of course,
singer, and
everything
my dad
changed.
knew he was kind of just
And he
BTK.
didn't understand what had happened.
It's my father's
I heard of my
Moon
family
Age
for a while.
daydream, if you will.
And then he realized we were the eighth victim family. And he was very rattled, lonely, embarrassed.
He was embarrassed. I mean, he was caught with his pants off.
He goes, boy, the egg on my face.
They know I'm BTK.
He goes, "Listen, obviously this is pretty embarrassing." Yikes.
The elephant in the room needs to be acknowledged
I was
now.
caught binding and torturing and killing. He goes, he pulls his collar, he goes, yeesh. Like a comic bombing.
Depressed, suicidal at times those first months. And honestly, I don't think my father wanted to be in court. He's very uncomfortable in court, very uncomfortable around law enforcement, lawyers.
Yeah, he's a serial killer.
And
My father had a weird thing. He was really uncomfortable around the law.
Just something about being chained up and put behind bars just gave him...
Gave him the icks.
my senses.
My father looked at prison much like a 9-year-old boy looks at cooties.
he was no longer in control. So when you put somebody like my dad or Kohburger in court, they're no longer in control. They have absolutely
is that
no
walk?
control.
His walk is
So maybe
insane.
Kohburger's
He's like
stand was a little
Frankenstein,
bit of
bro.
Just exerting just a tiny bit of Kohburger control.
Kohburger
And
control.
the fact
Kohburger
that your father
controls-
has this sympathy for him and what he's going through.
I'm going to start saying that.
Yeah, that's a great
I
album.
mean, who else would know what it's like to be accused as an infamous criminal than an infamous criminal? Unless my dad's
That's a
just
good
trying
point.
to assert himself back into the media and make himself relevant.
BTK's being a cloud chaser.
Yeah.
What a world we
Now
live
she's
in.
throwing it on her dad. She goes, we all know my dad, that fucking fame-thirsty cocksucker.
You know, everyone knows BTK's an attention whore.
Everyone knows my dad's biggest flaws is clout chasing.
She treats her dad like a zoo animal.
Yeah.
It's like, it's weird. I don't like
we
it.
all know Harambe didn't want to do it, but that is his nature.
The way, I before I let you go, I had to ask you about something. So we know that Kohburger,
Why are you
before
so
he was
fucking
arrested, as I
fat?
mentioned, he was studying criminology, and he was being taught by Dr. Catherine
Oh my
Ramsland,
God,
who's
Jesus.
actually
Oh, this is good. Do you know about this, Devin?
What is this lady? No, I don't.
So I'll explain it a little bit before they go into it. But so that was Kohburger's professor. She wrote a book with BTK and visits him in prison, and they play chess together and shit.
She visits BTK in prison?
And they played chess together, and they co-wrote a book together, and she was Kohburger's professor, and she's the one who recommended him for a PhD, but yeah, they go into it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
She's
So
sick.
she was teaching Ko.
She's complicit.
Yeah, she needs to have her
She-
shit removed.
She's like,
She's Mr. Miyagi of murders.
no. She likes, I think she is, but she likes to think of herself as,
She's Forrest Gump.
Clarice from, Hannibal.
Right. But they all think they're a part of something, and they're sick too.
Yeah, she's
That's
sick.
She has to be sick.
She's a sicko.
She just has
I mean, look
to
at
be.
the way she looks.
These Capote retards, where they think they think that they've developed the only relationship. They think they were chosen to have a relationship with a fucking psychopath murderer.
Yeah, serial killers are pretty desperate for human connection.
Yeah,
in prison.
sorry, sweetheart, but BTK doesn't deserve to
Yeah.
even play chess. He should have been shot in the head the minute they found him.
BTK will play chess with a skunk.
Yeah,
Like, it's-
knight to F8 should not exist in his world.
No.
You're not like giving him a break, a necessary break in prison. You're playing chess with him. He's also getting jack off fantasies. Also, you're ugly, but it's the best.
But he's attracted to John
Yeah.
Malkovich.
I was just about to say.
John Malkovich.
Damn, she looks like John Malkovich. Oh, God.
authority on the BTK killings. My understanding at the time of this recording, she has still not come out and spoken about the Kohburger case. That connection.
Oh, yeah, because she's going to cash
that's
in on
creepy,
it.
dude. Fuck her.
She's going to cash in on it.
She's a
That's why
creep.
she's not doing
Well,
it.
no, because they say that she might have a gag order because they might call her as a witness. She might not be allowed to. But she's a
Ramsland,
fucking
I was
creep
curious what you
either
thought
way.
about that.
I am not allowed to speak.
It was a shocker to me, so I was really relieved when Kohburger was arrested. Very relieved on December 30th, and then about 30 seconds later, it started coming out that he was a student under Dr. Ramsland at DeSales University for his master's
Imagine that you're
program, and probably the end of
somebody
his
kills your
bachelor's.
parents, and this
And
lady's
then
going and
I
chilling
have
with him and playing
PTSD.
chess with him.
It's a real indictment of academia.
Just-
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she's sitting there going like, "Oh, I might
Dr.
learn
Ramsland
something that could help
wrote
people
a book.
stop killing."
Very good, Devin.
People in universities have this solipsistic like feeling about themselves that they they are the only people that understand
I get pedophiles.
certain ideas and certain theories and certain horrific actions.
Right.
Yeah.
And they overanalyze these things when it's like at the end of the day, no, it's fucking murder, you retard.
And you just think this is fun.
Yeah, you're just having a
Yeah,
blast
yeah,
with
yeah.
it. It's not cool. You don't get to investigate it. Don't write any fucking books. Don't.
What is the last thing you learned from BTK? How long have you been fucking like decades at this point?
Yeah.
What? Show us what we've gained from that. Nothing. It's like you get off on being like, I'm friends with BTK.
Yeah, it's clout
she
at
gets
wine
to go to her
parties.
late. Exact.
Yep.
She goes to a
Yep.
fucking wine and cheese party.
Yep.
And they go, "Ooh, did you see BTK?"
Yep.
And she
Yep.
goes, "Oh yes, I did."
Yeah.
Guess what he said today?
And they all play chess too, and they're like, what's his opening move in chess?
Exactly. It's like Melfi with Tony.
Yeah.
Well, first he binds the queen.
It's weird. Every time we play chess, he always brings rope.
About my father's crimes. They're very close.
He looks at the chain around his belly. He goes, "This is good work, fellas."
He's like, "What is this,
He goes,
steel?"
"What is this, steel? Pretty good.
Pretty shoddy
I
all
can
week.
never get my hands on this stuff."
My colleagues, friends. She goes and visits, calls him. They play chess. So the fact that
I hope that mustache is getting cummed on all the time.
Oh, it for sure is.
Oh God, I hope that is the milkiest stash in all of San Quentin.
Someone's
wherever he is.
binding their cock.
I think
into
they
his
put him in
throat.
protective custody. There's
Oh
no
yeah,
way
yeah.
that guy's out
That
open,
guy's
yeah.
in the shoe.
Yeah, that guy would get killed
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
a so-called expert on serial killers, not just my dad, but a so-called expert on serial killers and psychopaths, missed one right under her nose. Plus, I believe.
Damn.
Oh wait,
Go off.
She contradicts herself immediately.
The PhD program in Washington is what the word is. It's not. I mean, it happens. I mean, my dad was under our nose for 30 years. So
What a stupid fucking point. Like, you could just say, like, hey, but I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert on these guys.
But I think it's probably because.
Well, 'cause there goes her fucking money.
Right, exactly. Good point.
Have you heard from her at all?
No, we're not in direct touch anymore. We
Gotcha.
don't have an ongoing relationship.
So I'm a good person.
Well, listen, I think that this is, you know, it's an interesting
He
study.
goes, listen, I think this is hot. Obviously, our viewers think this is hot. But we got to wrap it up.
It's cool there's, like, serial killer sycophant
with your
beefs.
father. Carrie, I know this is always difficult to talk about.
Yeah, no, she really had a hard time talking about it, Jesse.
So not only do we appreciate you taking the time
You seem
to
very
come on the
emotional,
sideline,
BTK.
but also
Obviously,
revisiting these
she's got a
moments in
party
your
hat
life.
on and she's blowing on a
Thank you so much for taking the
kazoo.
time.
You seem really, really
Thanks for
torn
having me.
up about
Appreciate it.
this.
She goes, before you let me go, just a reminder, we were the 8th victim family, okay? We're victims as well.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
What?
Well, they
That's
are
insane.
victims.
Yeah, I guess they are victims, but to compare yourself to the families of the victims of your father is crazy.
No, they're victims, but it's just like...
But your mom wasn't raped and murdered.
Right.
Like, that's nuts.
Also, like, now you're capitalizing on
Yeah,
it, so you
shut
kind of
up,
have to
bitch.
chill with that.
Oh, more body cam?
We got some good body cam stuff.
I fucking
I mean,
love this.
we're an hour in, but I think we should keep this train rolling.
Let's do this.
Let's do
End
body
it with
cam.
this.
And then we'll
This
end
is
it
the
with
best
this.
thing I've ever seen.
Really?
This might be my favorite thing since Twinkerus.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's pretty
yes.
damn good. It's pretty damn good. This is Twinkie Riss. This lady's fat as shit.
I said this to Devan, and I'm like, dude, we have to watch this. And he goes, already have it. He's like, I got it.
I watched this last week.
He
All
said-
I do is watch body cam footage.
I was like in the comments
Body
going
cam
like,
Costa.
first, I'm in. I'm like, I watch these right away,
I'm
too.
subscribed. They pop right up. I watch them. It goes 3 hours ago. It always says like posted 3
Yeah,
hours ago.
same.
I'm one of the. I literally am in there. I comment. I go first.
I'm at the premiere. I'm at the premiere on these.
So he's at the step and repeat.
Here we go. So this is called Why You Shouldn't Call 911 to Scare Your Boyfriend.
On March 19th, 2023, in Marshfield, Wisconsin, a distressing 911 call was received from a female urgently
By
requesting.
the way, Joey, do you have any understanding of why these are always in Wisconsin? Does body cam? Is there
They
the
can release them probably. In
the
that
body
state.
cam?
No, you can
network?
FOIA body cams in any state, I believe. I don't know. I think Wisconsin's just a fucked up state.
Nah, it's too much though. Almost every single video I watch of on this network of this body cam footage, it's always like Wisconsin.
Maybe the guy that runs it lives in Wisconsin.
Maybe you don't need to do a FOIA request in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah,
You
maybe
probably-
they
maybe
just-
there's a database
There's
online. you
something
can
going
look it
on
up
where
or
it's
something,
easier in
yeah.
Wisconsin to just like release
Might be
footage.
It's like
Florida man
it's,
shit.
It's non-stop Wisconsin footage.
Yeah.
an officer's assistance, but refusing to provide further information. The call was accompanied by the sounds of a male shouting in the background. In response, officers were promptly dispatched to the location.
I like how it sounds like a really calming like audiobook, this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I want this guy to read like an audiobook to me.
Yeah.
This is a delight.
He's reading The Giving Tree.
his voice. Yeah, yeah. I want him to read The Power of One to me.
through the ping of the female's cell phone.
I think it's here.
So basically, she's like one of these ladies that called the cops. What was the reason?
I think what happened was like her and her boyfriend were arguing, and she was like, "I'll call the fucking cops on you." And then she actually did it, and then she realized like, "Oh, I'm insane. Like, never mind."
Yeah.
But then they're here.
But then she's too mentally disabled and schizophrenic to like know how to be like, it's okay. Like you didn't need to come. I'm
can't-
sorry. But so she makes a scene.
All she needs to do is be like, "Oh, I misdialed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, you guys can chill. Like, come in if you want, but you guys can
So
go."
she makes a scene, and then the boyfriend thinks she's like getting beaten.
Yeah.
And then she gets her boyfriend into a whole world of hurt.
Oh, no.
And this fatty. This
It's
fucking.
a hero boyfriend, actually, too.
Yeah, the boyfriend's like, what are you doing? Yeah, we'll see. You'll see soon, folks.
Police department! Police department, open the door! Police department, open the door!
I love those nice Wisconsin accents.
Hey, this is Officer Clouch, the Marshfield Police Department, calling you. What's going on? Well, we got a call from
Look at that Walmart greeter cop.
And against it, press.
Okay, you guys in. Well, we're trying to. We just want to make sure everything's okay. All right.
Officer
So we just gotta check
Sleepy's
everything
here.
out. Okay. Well, how would you know we're knocking on the door?
We're not leaving. Come to the door. Open the door.
Oh, she's a bitch.
No, I have to go to work.
Oh, immediate
Oh,
bitch.
yeah.
Immediate.
Oh, yeah.
Immediate.
She's a bitch.
She has
She's a bitch.
immediate dumb bitch energy.
That
Just
was
opening the door,
crazy.
you go, oh, what a dumb
What
bitch.
a cunt.
I'm not willing to be late for work.
Okay, what's going on?
I have to. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I have to go to work. I don't even know why you guys are here.
Hey, listen, you called
my
the
God.
cops, Michelin Man. Okay, what do you want out of us? You called us.
You're making me feel. I want the chief of police here.
I want the chief of police.
Give me the mayor and the chief of police.
She goes, where's the mayor?
Whoever the supervisor is, I want here.
Okay, he's coming.
Okay, I have to go to work. I don't have time for this, sir. I have to go to work.
So you called us.
No, I didn't. I don't know who called you.
Okay,
I did
what's
call
your-
you.
What's your phone number? Let's start with that.
603-85. I'm from New Hampshire. Well, I'm from Massachusetts originally.
Okay, so who's in the apartment?
This is the best. Look at the guy in the background.
Boy. Yeah,
like
he
this
looks at his
crazy.
phone. The cop in the background's looking at his phone like, yeah, that's the number. You dumb bitch.
No, he calls.
He calls.
I have to
right,
get
right.
ready, sir.
Okay.
I have to go to work.
We got a.
I have to go to work.
We got a call.
Hello?
Hi.
It's the cop. The cop
He
called
goes,
her.
yeah, so
You called. This is your number.
Men kick ass.
So that's the number that called 911.
I actually have two different numbers on
That's
my
the
phone.
number that called 911.
Oh, wow. Good defense.
You're right, it was.
Dumb
Okay.
bitch.
That's why we're here.
Checkmate.
I have to go to work, y'all.
I have to go to work, okay? I'm about to be, like, roasted over a fire and then put in a s'more.
what if she's the actual Michelin Man though, and like she's like, how are they gonna know where to buy tires?
Oh, it's like-
I have to stand outside.
He goes, she goes,
It's like Splash. She becomes human for a day.
Yeah.
I have to go to work. I have to go to work.
Shut up.
I have to go to work. I'm not talking to you. I'm not speaking to you.
Oh my God.
I have to go to work.
Sit down.
Who else is inside?
That'd be funny if the staircase just collapsed.
I have to go to work. You guys are gonna cause me to lose my job.
This is her Burt Kreischer impression. So I sat at the door with the Russian mafia.
There's no one inside. Please let me go home.
I'm the machine. I'm the machine. There's one key. There's one key. I have to go to work. There's one key. God, what a hateable bitch.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God!
Hell yeah.
Get the fuck away from her! Get over here! Get the fuck away from her! Get on the alone!
Damn, he came out swinging. Oh, poor guy. He thought his girlfriend was getting assaulted.
You know,
He
I
came
gotta
out-
say, they tased him a little quick.
Yeah.
He didn't know what was going on. He thought people were just out there
Yeah.
hurting her.
Yeah, and he came out ready to fight. Good for him.
Yeah,
But
and then
was-
he goes, what the, oh shit. And then they go, your girlfriend's so fucking annoying. We're just gonna tase you, dude.
No, he knew the cops are out there. He heard all the knocking and shit.
I think it feels like he just woke up.
He's in his
Oh,
own,
word.
he's like in his yeah, he looks like he could have been in a room.
He looked really confused when he
Also,
exited that
he was
room.
in another room watching body cam footage.
He's also wearing gym shorts. He clearly has no weapons. And you could have just
Yeah.
been like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a sec?" But they're just like,
But they're
"No."
like, we came all the way over here, and your girlfriend sucks ass. So you're getting tased, buddy boy.
He's messaging Devan on Instagram.
Yeah.
He sent like a 4-paragraph.
He's asking me to make a cheaper tier for the Patreon.
My baby's in there. My baby's in there. No, sir. I'm sorry.
Good job.
Your
Good
baby's
job, you
in there.
dumb
What?
bitch.
Your food baby? Huh?
Ma'am, your baby's a roasted chicken.
Guys, please.
They go, "Is this your baby?" It's a foot-long submarine sandwich.
He opens up a manger and there's just a Cinnabon
Yeah.
underneath the fucking blanket.
Your baby's gonna be just fine, man. We're gonna wrap it in tinfoil.
Is your baby named Jersey? Your baby's name is Jersey Mike.
Is this your baby Mike? Jersey Mike?
Little Domino's gonna be just fine without you.
Listen, cold cut combo will be just fine. We're taking him into protective custody.
I love when they slap the cuffs on.
He's in the
We're gonna need another pair of cuffs.
Dude, look at that awful neck tattoo. It's like hands praying, or it's
crying.
it's like hands holding food or whatever's on her neck. Who knows what that is?
I didn't do anything. I thought you guys were hurting my wife.
Oh, this poor guy.
Don't do that, bud.
I didn't do anything.
Don't protect an obnoxious bitch. If she's out in the hallway scrapping, it's probably it's probably with a Postmates driver.
She's like, big enough.
How many fries were in this before you brought it here? You had one of the fries, admit. That's what he hears every night.
He's on the ground like, she's always weighing the bag.
She knows the exact weight. She knows how much it should weigh every time.
She knows the weight of the Arby's #4, and if it's not the exact amount, she really gets pissed. I'm sorry. I thought you were the driver.
You're fucked up.
This is fucked up.
Officer! I can't breathe!
I can't breathe. Are you kidding me now?
George Floyd over here.
She's stealing from the black community now, this bitch.
That kicks ass. White women are the best.
I can't breathe. Your hands are tied, you stupid bitch. Your neck isn't being stepped on.
That's my boyfriend for no reason!
Oh, shut up! Oh, somebody kill her and put her head above the fireplace.
How did she not get tased? Somebody tase her.
The Anton Chigurh thing. Hold on. Put your hands by your waist.
God.
No, I can't breathe it. No.
You're gonna go up?
I can't. I
Let's go
Outside.
outside.
Oh my God. I can't believe this.
I gotta adjust this cuff too before.
Okay, hold on.
I just tighten down when she was pulling away.
Shut up.
No, you are yelling.
You. Fuck you.
Arguing in the police car.
You're good, bro.
You're all right, buddy. After this, you got to get a new girlfriend. Though,
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon, all we had to do was talk about that, right?
Look at how they're treating him versus her.
Can we sit you up?
Can you take the taser out of my leg,
Yeah,
please?
we want to sit you up though so you're not laying on it, okay?
Guys, I didn't.
They're like, hey, you want to play some Nazi zombies, bro? You want to hang out a little bit, dog?
You want to play Call of Duty? He's going to have the Nazi zombie level.
You got a 2-liter of dew. I got a 2-liter of dew.
Hey, buddy, we got you some McDoubles. You want to hang out a little bit? A little fantasy football, bub?
Oh, fuck.
You doing that? Come out with your fist.
I didn't leave my apartment. I did not leave my apartment.
You did, but
Yeah,
you can't come out trying to fight us.
yeah.
He just lost his job.
All right.
He just lost his job. I can't afford to lose my job. Please help me. Please.
It's over.
Guys.
Oh, my God. Please. Fortune Feimster, shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna lose my job.
Have a seat in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose my job. Please don't. Please.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, Amy Schumer.
Jesus. Hey, Rebel Wilson, get in the fucking car.
Call 911. Just listen, all right? All right.
I called 911 because he was being a douchebag. I was just trying to threaten him with the fucking cops.
So you called, though. You
very
called,
good.
though. You
Yeah.
did call, didn't you, white Lizzo?
That's appropriate, first of all, right?
I understand that, but
Okay.
he wasn't doing anything, and I wasn't doing anything.
Okay, you got every police officer over here because we thought someone was being murdered, beat up, and
No, I'm fine. You guys did all of
And
this.
when we
He
show up-
thought that you were
you
hurting me. Of course he came
Dumb
out here.
bitch.
So what happens the next time you call them and it's something serious is happening? What are the cops supposed to do?
It's the
listen,
whale
they-
who cried wolf.
They shouldn't have tased the boyfriend, but it's the whale that cried.
That's crazy.
It's the whale that cried fry.
Exactly.
That's so funny. It's literally the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Like they have to explain this.
They have to be like, well, what are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to know
We don't
that?
exist to scare your boyfriend into being nice to you, you fat
Yeah,
bitch.
you dumb bitch. Oh, he was being a douchebag. You don't call the cops over that. You break up with him.
To help me. He thought you guys were hurting me.
okay, you called
You
911.
just tased him.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, please. I have to
Put your legs inside.
Sir, I have
Oh
to
my
put your legs
God.
inside. I'm trying to talk to you like a normal
Put your
person.
legs
No, you're
inside
not.
the vehicle.
Please talk to me.
No, put your legs inside the vehicle right now.
No.
Please talk to me.
No, put your legs
Hey,
inside.
Sir, I have to get to work.
Jesus
I have to
Christ.
get to work and be melted for fondue. Sir, I'm a human cheese curd. Sir, I double as a cheese curd at the Wisconsin airport.
Window down.
We can and roll the window down.
Can I please be in the know? I want to know what's happening. Guys, please. I have to work. I'm under arrest.
Right, yep.
What if though? What if she does? What if she like works at the Pentagon like she's Jack Bauer? Like, there's a nuke, there's a dirty bomb in the city, and she's like, I really have to go.
She's like, please, the Prince of Saudi Arabia is going to be here in half an hour. Please.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I'm going to jail?
No, you're not going to jail. You're under arrest right now.
No, you're not going to jail. You're going to Golden Corral. That's where we're taking you.
At noon, guys. I can't afford to lose my job.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have called 911 and...
I didn't do anything, sir.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm going to lose the work.
Now you're learning.
There we go.
Yeah. Get in the car.
Mace her or taser her.
Tase her.
I'll go to jail. Put your leg in the
Put your leg in the car, you zoo animal.
You're going...
All right, no. Put your leg in the
Are they? Do they tase her?
No.
I wish. No, they can't tase her. She's handcuffed.
Put your leg in the car.
It's just a little bit.
Shut up.
Shut up, bitch.
God.
God.
Now enjoy being in the...
The best part is like right when the door closed, they go, that was weird.
God, they're a lot nicer than me. Holy shit.
I'm gonna take care of you here, buddy. I hope there's not gonna be anything stupid from this. Nobody's hurt. I don't feel like I'm not gonna make paperwork out of it. So
This guy's just already worried about paperwork. He's like, listen, he's like, I hate like numbers. I hate letters. He's like, you guys can tase me all you want, but just don't make me do any fucking paperwork, okay?
He goes, you give me a pen and a paper, I freeze up. He's like, tase me all fucking
Tase me all fucking night. Please don't give me a pen and a paper.
He says, tase me all night.
He goes, I can't get into bureaucratic bullshit, okay? He goes, you light me up.
if you need needle nose, I have needle nose in the cabinet.
Or like, you need anything in here? You warm enough?
I'll put the window down a little bit. Stop yelling.
Talk to me. I need to know what's going on, please, sir.
It's over, bitch.
Yeah, you
just
fucked
shut up.
You're being arrested for 1, disorderly conduct. 2, resisting an officer.
I wasn't resisting,
3,
sir. I have to go to work at noon.
You know, I see videos like this and I go, I like fucking, yeah, I like the cops.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, these cops are doing nothing wrong.
They you know, yeah.
I want them, if they did anything wrong, it's they didn't fucking like taser or mace her or something.
That's the only thing they did
only
wrong.
criticism.
Yeah, they should have really gone to town with her.
Caning.
Yeah.
Caning would fix all this.
And if they pepper sprayed her, she'd pull out some jerky and go, here, put it on this.
It's got just hot Cheetos.
She has a Jack Link's like taped to her back.
She rips it off.
Keep going.
God damn it, I like it when it's spicy.
It's like John McClane at the end of Die Hard. Just got a fucking a bag of beef jerky duct taped to her back.
That is resisting an officer.
Sir, I have to go to work at noon.
And 3, for obstructing an officer by filing a false police report, which caused us...
Hey, it wasn't. I called the police because he was yelling.
Okay.
You don't call the police for that.
You told me that you just made that up.
No, I told you he was yelling.
That he was being a douchebag. Yeah.
Sir, I can't afford to lose my job.
I'm
You're
sorry
done.
about that.
Well,
so do I have to go down to the
listen,
station?
you're going to lose your
You're
job.
coming down to the station right now, yeah.
Please, can you bring me back now? I'm trying to be back before work, please.
No.
No.
We don't know yet.
You just screamed in my face.
I'm sorry. I have a baby I have to take care of.
Where's your baby right now?
In there.
In there?
Yes, sir. I have to go to work.
Okay.
Please, I have to go to work, please.
So who's gonna watch the baby?
How the cops have not found a baby yet? Is she lying about a baby?
Well, no, because these cops, what we're seeing, this is all real time. So these cops got her, took her out. The other cops are inside, so they haven't been in.
They open the microwave and there's an extra large hot pocket. This must be what she's talking about.
It's just a big giant gummy worm. It's almost 2 foot long gummy worms.
It's a Cadbury egg.
He sits on it every night.
We have to go.
Yeah, she broods on a Cadbury egg.
I gotta warm my egg. He goes, these fucking things always melt.
just happened right here, and we're gonna go do that at the police department.
Ma'am, is your baby a 4-pound Cadbury egg?
That's what they say. Ma'am.
Ma'am, we couldn't find a baby in the apartment, but we located this 4-pound Cadbury egg wrapped in blankets.
I can't. I'm the one that opened.
Did you put cute little pajamas on a Cadbury egg?
Have you been filing this Cadbury egg as a dependent every year on your taxes?
Ma'am, did you put a onesie on a hoagie?
But that's not gonna happen right at this exact moment. So.
Okay, well, yeah. Can I please call them? Everything's in my phone.
Okay. Well, we'll have to go get that in a second here.
Sir, what's going on with my boyfriend?
I don't.
God,
he's dead.
It's his they go, it's his first moment of peace in about 3 years.
He said it was the most peaceful moment of his life as he passed to the other side.
Damn, he died of bliss. He reached nirvana and died of bliss.
Ma'am, your husband has achieved enlightenment today due to the Wisconsin Police Department.
The other officers are in there weeping in joy because your husband reached nirvana and died in bliss.
I gotta get you a new wire.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
fine.
No, I'm out here talking to you. Do you think I know?
Okay, your decisions got you here. My decisions? I didn't do anything besides try getting her to calm down and cook her breakfast this morning.
Of course, food was involved.
It's like I cooked her 12 eggs, 4 pieces
What
of
part of
bacon.
cooking has you stepping through a doorway with your fists raised at police?
We have to work through what happened to make sure that nothing else happened. All right, and we're not going to rush this because you're on a time schedule.
Sir, please. Nothing happened. He was yelling, and I called the cops, and that is it.
Fuck.
Okay.
God, she is annoying.
That is
as
so
shit. Like,
brutal.
can you imagine? You know, at a certain point, you got to wonder, like, the parenting.
Oh, yeah.
The parenting in this country.
Non-existent.
You don't get an obnoxious bitch daughter like this unless you suck as a parent.
A
right?
million things had to go wrong for her to be what she is.
If I raised a good daughter and I tried my hardest and they turned out like this, I would take them to get electroshock therapy.
Oh, yeah.
I would zap their brain. I would make it so they just anything that gets them to shut the fuck up and stop being such an annoying fucking stain on society.
I'm
I would
sympathizing
kill
with the
myself.
Kennedy family for lobotomizing that girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rosemary Kennedy could have
Yeah.
been this.
She could have been like that. Rosemary Kennedy
Yeah.
was just screaming all the
And
time.
thank God she's the Walking Dead character now.
You were screaming that
You guys just look
That
for any
we need to get
any
there.
reason to arrest me. I don't get it.
I don't even know who you are.
Shut up!
I'm not telling you.
Okay, well then that's another reason we're not going to let you go then.
She said that her boyfriend
If only like Robert De Niro from Jackie Brown was there, she would have been dead a long time ago.
Shoots her in the parking lot.
Because I swear to God, this is like no more. Don't say another word. Don't say another word.
Being a douchebag.
She goes, I get, you gotta go to work. I know. I heard you.
We heard you gotta
But,
go.
you know, please,
Please be quiet. He goes, I swear, one more word. He goes, didn't think I was serious, did you?
him to get scared.
Yep. That's basically what he said.
Obstructing, disorderly conduct, and resisting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So when she started screaming like she's being right now, he came through the door like,
We were hurting.
Yeah.
yeah, like we were hurting her.
Fist up, ready to go.
Does he need to go to jail over this?
I didn't know they just talk about the decision making like this. Like I thought they had to by protocol be like, well, we already tased them. Like I didn't know they could just let him go. I didn't know they could make like a game time decision out front. Like, so should we take him to jail?
Well, they're dudes.
Yeah, they're being dudes.
They're
like,
dudes being
they're like,
dudes.
listen, he's married to a fat retard.
Look at his big smile on his face.
Yeah, they're literally going. They're breaking it down right now. They go. He's married to the most obnoxious bitch we've ever arrested. She's ugly. She started this whole thing. He kind of just thought he was protecting her. And
Yeah, they're realizing they'd all do the same
They
thing.
go, we already tased them. We might have done the same thing. Should we just like let him go?
And also, they're going like, well, what could we charge him with? Because this is a weird circumstance. We fucking tased him.
Yeah.
There's video of him being unarmed. Like, let's just let him fucking.
Yeah, they're like, he's already unarmed. We have it on body cam. It's like, what are we going to take him in
Yeah.
for? We weren't really threatened. He didn't
Yeah.
stand technically in his doorway. He didn't come out. He stood behind the doorway.
He wasn't charging.
He was in his own home at the time.
There's a baby in the room in there?
Yep.
Okay, so if he's rational and capable, let's leave him there. based on the circumstances.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
These cops kick ass. They're
They're good.
making like cool like these are like decisions that they you don't think cops are allowed to make.
You're seeing both sides of Wisconsin. You're seeing like the nice, reasonable Midwestern, and then you're seeing like the hysterical, fat psycho who's addicted to Dairy Queen or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's it makes nice people, and it makes fucking like some of the most rotten people.
Yeah, she's going down to Dairy Queen. She's getting a Blizzard and she's putting it under tinfoil with a lighter.
She's freebasing a Blizzard.
Freebasing Blizzard.
She's crunching up Oreos and snorting them.
Yeah, when it snows in Wisconsin, she runs out there with chocolate sauce.
Oh, God.
Okay. Are you gonna stay calm?
Yes, I promise.
Okay.
I
need you to stay calm and cooperative at this point, all right? I'm going to have Officer Fox unhandcuff you so you can tend to your baby.
It'd be sick if they undid the handcuffs and just had a knife.
What is your name?
Just
Turns
immediately
into
starts
Jason
stabbing
Bourne.
things.
He stabs the cops.
I told ya.
He's Benicio from The Hunt, and all of a sudden.
I'm not yet, please. I have to go to
Oh, they're gonna put a hood on it.
I
Oh, I
have to go to
thought.
work.
Can somebody shoot her with a dart? Like, put her out.
Tell me what your name is,
Why?
so I can address you.
Shakira.
Okay, is that your name?
Funny.
Shakira. You can call me Shakira.
Shakira what?
Wow.
Shakira flabbergasted.
Shakira flabbergasted.
Shakira triple XL.
Okay.
That's another crime,
You have any
right?
mental illnesses that I need to be...
They go, we have charges for bad jokes too. We'll add a few to the list.
Like you're too fat to make that reference. Even that's not even a funny goof. So you're going to jail for that.
They go, you think you have lady lumps like Shakira? Huh?
They go, you should have picked a fat famous person, and then maybe we'd let you out of
Maybe
here.
we'll let you out of here because you're being self-deprecating, but you're not. You're obviously very delusional about how you look, and for that, it's life. Judge Joe Brown comes out of nowhere. He goes, life.
Shakira comparison doesn't make any sense. Life.
He goes, fat white bitch saying she can't breathe like George Floyd. Life.
Fucking police station. Can someone let me call my work, please?
Not at this time.
I cannot afford to lose my job, please.
Nabisco can wait.
Please. Can I please call my work?
One of the cops turns into the Tugget guy. He just turns around. He goes, "You want some gravy? There's one way out of this." he goes. I've seen you. You look like you could use it. You like gravy.
Look at the pocket in front of you. Inside there is a cheesesteak. She's like,
This time.
Officer Duggett.
Officer Duggett.
You have the right to have some gravy.
You have the right to be delicious.
I told you that. Because you're under arrest.
Sir, can you call them for me?
No.
All you have to do is go in my phone.
I don't have your phone with you.
And I wasn't lying earlier. I have 2 different numbers on one phone. I have an eSIM card and a regular SIM card.
Why, you sus bitch?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing there, ho?
I don't know what to tell you.
Sir, please just...
No, your actions are way inappropriate, and your neighbors don't have to put up with this.
Hell yeah.
Sir, I just want to make sure I don't lose my job.
I don't know what to tell you.
You're
I will
losing
call
your
them.
job.
Why would you tase me?
Your job's done.
Anything wrong? You guys are so fucking trigger happy. It's ridiculous.
Trigger happy.
All cops deserve to get shot.
Whoa.
Tase my fucking husband? What the fuck kind of shit is that? There's fucking 6 of you. You guys could have bum rushed him, you fucking loser.
You could have bum rushed him.
Bring me to the hospital.
What?
The cupcake testing factory calls the police department. They're like, we can't afford to fucking lose her. Okay.
We have 3 tons of cupcakes, you asshole.
The mayor's like, this whole city's industry is gonna go down the shitter if that fat bitch doesn't show up for work.
Wisconsin has won the hot dog eating contest 10 years in a row.
The governor gives her a pardon. These officers are all fucking fired.
He's like, while Kobayashi's training, you're going to have her locked up? I don't think so.
They did what?
Joey
They arrested
Chestnut.
Shakira?
They did what to Shakira Triple XL?
I want to myself. I'm having thoughts of... Bring me to the hospital.
I love when they think they can demand where they're taken.
Yeah.
You know?
I've tried that with cops where I'm like, just take me home.
Well, that's
Wait,
different.
when was the
Like
last
just
time?
from like disorderly con. Like I'm talking like fucking 10 years ago.
back
or
in South
something.
Dakota. and shit.
Yeah.
You were talking LAPD. You
Oh,
wouldn't do that
no,
to
no.
LAPD.
You were demanding, you weren't asking?
No, I was saying that. Could you please take me? And I wasn't screaming hysterically, but it's like, why not try it? But obviously, she's like out of her mind.
Oh,
I'm not
she's used
defending
up.
her.
She's used up
She's-
all of her
she's-
wishes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bring me to the hospital. I'm having thoughts of I want to kill myself. I'd like to talk to an officer.
Okay. What would you like to talk about?
I would like to go to the hospital. I'm feeling.
We're not going to take you to the hospital because you're going to go to jail. So.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, what is he doing then?
Because
We're
the
still working
hospital
through
beds
that,
can't
but-
support your weight.
I told you that.
Can I just get bailed out?
No.
Wait, I'm going to jail? Wait, why?
Unfortunately, the hospital, we haven't gotten steel reinforced beds yet, so.
Listen, we're not going to have him cut a new fucking door in for you. It's the third time this month.
Sir, why am I getting arrested?
For disorderly conduct, obstructing an officer.
He's not getting
Because you're a dumb fat bitch.
We may arrest him too, yeah. But
So what about my baby?
we'll take care
We're
of
going to
it.
arrest your baby as well.
God, you're going to take my baby?
Not gonna take your baby.
Jesus.
Yes, I'm going to get my baby.
They're gonna take your. You're gonna take my baby like it's a fucking like it's Sophie's choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say that? No, I did not say that at all.
Why can't I just get bailed out?
Because in
Oh my God, please, sir, please, no.
God, I'd hate to be this cop.
1095 to the PD, beginning of 7499.
They probably drew straws to see whose
Oh,
fucking
God.
squad car to put her in.
He just like starts blaring "Ba with the Bob" by Kid Rock.
You created a giant disturbance here.
I didn't do anything. I didn't know that I was resisting. I was just trying to see if he was okay, sir. Please don't do this. I will swear to God, I will stop from here on out, guys. Please, please.
No part of your actions.
Now she goes, I will stop from here on out. They always, once the car starts going, they go, it's a, come on, givesies backsies, come on.
I mean it now.
I mean it now. I'm not an annoying bitch.
Sir,
caused me to believe
I'm
you.
trying to talk to you like a normal person right
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You fucking psycho.
Is that what you think a normal person
Okay,
sounds
so
like?
you have not identified yourself yet either.
Caleb. My birthday is 10. My social security number is. Please, sir, don't arrest.
She's acting like a POW.
I guess I'm already arrested.
You are arrested, yes.
My rank is sergeant of the Cupcake Army.
They're not yelling at me anymore.
She's Maximus Theridius. She's like the gladiator all of a sudden.
Yeah. She gives her birthday. She goes, wait, that's my daily caloric intake.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm the one getting arrested.
Oh, you
Because of
don't?
Your behavior is
Well, you'll
accurate.
find out soon when you're in prison getting titty fucked.
And you're going to be titty fucked by a big black woman who's using a chair leg as a cop. Okay?
Who's always wanted to be a man, and she's going to have a real fun time with you.
You know what a stud is?
You ever heard of studs?
Me.
You are arrested right
Okay,
now.
well, please don't let me stay over the night. I promise my actions will change.
I'm not
actions will change.
seeing a significant change in your behavior, but
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
just take a couple breaths. We'll talk. Hey, just take it.
No, I don't.
You're not listening. Take a couple.
You know what's crazy, man? If this was LA, like, they don't talk to anybody like this in LA.
They're too jaded. They're just like, shut the fuck
If
up.
you were yelling, like, they don't even respond to you.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
would, like, fuck you up more.
Oh, yeah.
They come back there and beat you.
Oh, they're just shutting down at the very least.
There is zero, like getting through to LAPD.
LA sheriffs.
LA sheriffs,
Fuck.
like, you don't get any of these chances. These people in these other states get so many fucking chances.
This
It's
is
insane.
This is rare in where this is. In
Yeah.
LA, it's like they're dealing with constantly.
It's done.
Psychotic people.
It's done. You're lucky. I mean, like, I've been lucky to have gotten away with a couple, like, traffic tickets by just talking them up. But even then, they're insanely fucking, like, combative and rude. And, like, you have to really make a good point. You have to bring up names. Like, you have to know other officers. And I have a few officers' names in my head, and I brought them up before.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh,
How do you
wait.
bring it up, Dev? Are you like, hey, so is
I
Lou
go,
doing good?
Back in the day, I don't remember them anymore. I haven't been pulled over in probably half a decade. But like, I used to have like a couple officers' names that my mom told me about because we had like there's there's a traffic violation down
yeah.
the street, and so I used to keep getting pulled over for it. But I was like, dude, my mom got this put in, like with the city, and go officer so and so, and they'd be like, if you bring up a name that they kind of recognize, they go,
I had one of those.
You're not being that insane.
I had one in Seattle, Officer Mazuka, or my friend Cameron Mazuka. His dad was a cop, and that got me off one time.
Yeah, but it's very rare.
Oh, yeah.
And then one other time I got a warning because I talked the guy. I just started arguing with him. He said I didn't have my seatbelt on, and I was like, what do you care about me dying? I mean, come on.
You're being funny.
Yeah, I was kind of being funny.
Yeah.
And he was like, what if another family, then they're going to, they'll feel bad forever. Or I go, listen, man, but honestly, though, like, it was half a second. I was delivering food. I made a U-turn. When you just
I'm a working class guy.
I go, when you're just driving and you don't put your seatbelt on for that first 30 seconds, like you put it on at the stoplight. That was what was happening. I had it on. You just saw me without it on when I was pulling out of a place. Like, come on. And he finally did it. But he was insanely combative with me. Like, it took a while to fight it.
They deal with a lot of fucked up
And they deal
shit.
with a lot of crazy shit. So they don't give a fuck out here. So when I watch these body cam, I'm amazed by how kind these officers are usually.
Yeah.
Or how even willing to have a back and forth and a dialogue.
Half their 911 calls are like, hey, there's a cow loose in the street. And somebody needs to move him off because it's blocking traffic.
That's like 911 calls from Superman comics.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Breaths,
all right.
and we'll talk when we're at the PD. Just breathe for a couple minutes. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Have a bag of Skittles.
Step by the car. We're going to go in my booking area, and you're going to have a seat. All right?
She goes, is this the zoo? It's not again.
Is this a carnival?
Not again. They're going to put me out. Is the dunk tank? I'm going to get slimes. I can't eat any more apples. I hate fruit.
They have to redo all the suspension in that truck, by the way, now.
It just cuts them putting her in a padded room and they're all taking turns tasing her.
Oh, man. Look at those arms.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm surprised they have double cover.
That's the end of the video. I think we did some damn good work.
That was a great
I think Mr. Cecil would agree.
Mr. Cecil loves when we say that, and I would agree with him, us saying that. Yeah, fuck, that was good, man.
Yeah.
I apologize for I didn't like last week's episode. We were in a weird I had a weird attitude. I should not drink tequila.
I only had 3 Millers on this one because I've been getting combative and argumentative, and I've been claiming to be a Zionist, and I've been attacking. I've been arguing about stuff I don't know about, and just fighting it, dying on these hills that I'm not really familiar with.
That's what happens when you drink hard liquor. We shouldn't drink hard liquor.
I push the idea that they shouldn't be drinking. Devin shouldn't have a Suge Knight-sized fucking bottle of Hornitos, and Joey shouldn't be drinking a big gulp of Jameson and Red Bull.
A fraternity size.
We started getting lazy, and those
insane fellas.
Those big gulps.
No,
you guys are bad boys.
I feel really bad about last week. That was not our best
fine.
episode. And the Patreon and everything. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, I was not myself.
By the way, on Patreon, I will continue to black all the way out. I think some people want that.
On Patreon, you get what you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a wild ride.
Well,
it's vulnerable. I admit to some of the gayest acts of all time. But yeah, and also I feel bad, or I don't even understand how that last episode got age restricted.
It was the beating. It was the beating of the dude by the Indian dudes.
Oh,
you sure about
that? Gabe Redmond posted a clip of that.
Mm.
He made a clip out of that, and the clip by itself got flagged.
Yeah, it's violence.
Yeah.
But we've watched insane. We've watched way worse things than that.
Well, I think it's more popular than other things.
Well, wait, what else did we do on the last episode?
I'm pretty sure it was that because he made a clip of that beating, and then it instantly got flagged, and that was the only. He isolated the variable.
Yeah, but Instagram has different. We did something else on the. We watched something else on the last episode.
The Island Boys kissing, maybe.
I think maybe it was Island Boys and incest. Because if you go on YouTube, there's not a lot of Island Boys content on YouTube. It was we were watching Island Boys stuff on Twitter and stuff. So I think I'm gonna go with the Island Boys. But anyway, I feel bad, and also I feel bad about the guy that that paid us for that ad because it got age restricted, so less people saw it. So I'm just going to shout them out real quick. Instagram at DC 30-minute half-hour show. Just check out the Instagram of at DC 30-minute half-hour show. Yeah, check them out. So anyway, Joey R. LaFleur on Instagram, John Badman on Instagram with 2 Ds, right? And thank you for listening.
I love everybody.
We love you all.
Love
Good
you.
night.
Love you.